Good morning, children. Welcome you all once again for the social class. Today, let us have a discussion on the extension of British rule in India. Remember, this is the second chapter of your history in SSLC. Extension of British rule in India. The name itself suggests you, it will tell you that extension, that is increasing their areas. How the British extended their kingdom? The first thing what we see is the British extended their kingdom by kinetic wars. Remember these kinetic wars which were fought between French and British. In these wars, we see that almost all the French were defeated. And after the defeat of the French, it is seen that the British controlled all the Europeans from entering India. Other than British, none of the Europeans were allowed to enter India. They challenged after these kinetic wars. And on the other hand, see, after kinetic wars, they defeated the French. And after that, we see they got control Plassey War and the Boxer War. These two wars helped them to control eastern part of India. We can say almost all Bengal and other provinces. They got the control. So like this, the eastern part and even some of the northern parts were controlled. Now their intention was to defeat the southern part. We can say that they want to extend their kingdom in southern part of India. In order to extend their kingdom in southern part of India, they had two most strong kingdoms. One was Mysore state and the other was the Marathas. We can see that in Marathas, the Peshwas were very strong. Whereas in Mysore, we see Hyder and his son Tipu. These two personalities did not allow the British to enter in Mysore. Whereas the Peshwas were very strong and they not allowed the Marathas to enter India. And along with this southern part, if you come to the northern side, in northern part, you will see that there was Ranjit Singh. We can say the Sikh were very strong in northern part of India. So like this, almost all, though they have captured the other provinces, other areas, they face little bit of difficulty in capturing these provinces. And by the end of the 18th and the 19th century, they captured most of the provinces. They captured some province and they took some of the province according to the subsidiary islands and some according to the doctrine of lapse. So I think you may be knowing what is doctrine of lapse and subsidiary islands. We had a discussion on this in a previous class. Okay. So like this, they had some of the provinces. Now, in order to extend their kingdom more, they were planning for other wars. And they succeeded in extending their kingdom with the help of Anglo-Maratha War as well as Anglo-Sikh War and the most important Anglo-Mysore War. So like this, we see the extension of kingdom. And for this, they were waiting for an opportunity. They were waiting for an opportunity that how to extend their kingdom. And they got a very good opportunity, especially in first Anglo-Maratha War. This war helped them a lot. The war that took place from 1775 to 1782. During this time, you can see the first Anglo-Maratha was fought. Now let us see what are the reasons for this first Anglo-Maratha war. Remember, the first point says that The Marathas installed, or we can say they brought back Shah Alam II as a Mughal king. They helped Shah Alam as a Mughal ruler. They helped Shah Alam to become a Mughal ruler. Then what was Shah Alam there? What was the problem with Shah Alam? We can see that Shah Alam was actually controlled by British. British had control over Shah Alam, that is after the Boxer War. And now we see that Marathas supported Shah Alam to become the emperor. This enraged the British, we can say. Once when Shah Alam was made as Nawab again, was made as a Mughal king again by Marathas, he made a mistake. And that was, Shah Alam gave Kora and Allahabad to Marathas. Now here what is the problem? Though he gave Kora and Allahabad to Marathas, what was the problem there? The problem was this Kora and Allahabad were once given to British by Shah Alam only. Once Shah Alam himself has given Kora and Allahabad to British, but now what he did, he gave the same two provinces to Marathas. And once when the Marathas got these two provinces, and when the Marathas supported Shah Alam, this led enmity between Maratha and British. Okay. This led enmity for the enmity between Marathas and the British. Now you may get a question. What was the reason for the enmity between Marathas and the British? What are the reasons for the enmity between Marathas and the British? The reasons for the enmity between Marathas and the British is installing Shah Alam as ruler, and second thing is Kora and Allahabad, which were given to Marathas. These were the two reasons for which raised the enmity between the British and the Marathas. Now the British were just waiting for an opportunity to capture or to defeat Marathas. Now let us see how it led. We can see the causes now. The first cause says that during Madhav Rao, Madhav Rao, he was a Peshwa, and this Madhav Rao died. The death of this Maratha strongman, that is Madhav Rao, it was a big setback for the Marathas, we can say. And after the death of students, kindly see the points here. Madhav Rao was a Peshwa, he died. After the death of Madhav Rao, his brother, now who was this brother? Brother was Narayana Rao. The brother was Narayan Rao. This Narayan Rao became Peshwa. Once when Narayan Rao became Peshwa, Narayan Rao was murdered. Narayan Rao was murdered. Who murdered him? Narayan Rao was murdered by Raghoba. Remember, Raghoba is also called as Raghunath Rao. Raghunath Rao murdered Narayan Rao. Once when, see, Madhav Rao already died. Madhav Rao's brother Narayan Rao died, became a Peshwa. And this Narayan Rao is being murdered or killed by Raghunath Rao. And this Raghunath Rao was none other than the uncle of Narayan Rao. He was none other than the uncle of Narayan Rao. So once when even Narayan died, then fight arose. Fight started for the throne, we can say. Once when the fight started for the throne, and there was one Maratha federation. Now what is the decision of this Maratha federation? This Maratha federation want Madhav Rao II to become Peshwa. Maratha federation want Madhav Rao II to become Peshwa. And who was this Madhav Rao? This Madhav Rao was the son of Narayan Rao, who was murdered. So Narayan Rao's son, Madhav Rao II, should become Peshwa. This was the point from the Maratha federation. When this decision was taken by Marathas, this decision of Marathas enraged Raghunath Rao, because Raghunath Rao had murdered Narayan Rao so that he himself can become Peshwa. But the decision was something else. So once when the decision changed, Raghunath Rao was enraged. So what Raghunath Rao did? He was very much upset, and when this situation was understood by British, they were waiting for an opportunity, and this Raghunath Rao made a mistake. And what was the mistake of Raghunath Rao? Raghunath Rao appealed British to make him as Peshwa. Once when Raghunath Rao appealed British to make him Peshwa, as you know that these people will be waiting for such opportunity. When Raghunath Rao appealed British to make him as Peshwa, obviously the British will become very happy, because they will be waiting for such opportunity so that they can exploit the situation. Raghunath Rao or Raghoba may become a king, but who is the kingmaker here? This is the point that arises. And we see Raghoba, who went and took the support of British. The British gave the support and declared war on Peshwas, and this was called as the first Anglo-Maratha War. The war that went from 1775 to 1782. Okay. And in this war, what were the results? See, now we can study what were the causes. The causes were how Raghunath Rao or Raghoba played the game. So that was the main cause. And why the enmity arose between the British and the Marathas, we saw in the beginning about Alam Shah and other points. So enmity started, waiting for an opportunity. Raghoba created an opportunity, and now the war is declared. Now let us see what are the results of this war. Okay. In the results, we see that Marathas gained upper hand. Means they were almost all strong. And later they lost Ahmedabad to British. Okay. And the Maratha Federation, which was unable to sustain, lost Ahmedabad to British. And finally the Marathas signed Salbai Treaty, or agreement we can say. And according to this Salbai agreement, we see that Madhav Rao became Peshwa and Raghoba given pension. So this is how the war came to an end. So what are the agreements of Salbai Treaty means? According to the Salbai Treaty, Madhavrao was made as Peshwa, whereas Raghova was given the pension. So this ends the first Anglo-Maratha war. Now we need to go with the second Anglo-Maratha war. Before that, we need to see some of the rules that were passed by the British, and among them one is the subsidiary alliance. Okay. So we'll see this subsidiary alliance in the next class. Thank you.